I know it can be challenging when you're hooking your Kangen water machine up and you're trying to figure out what's the best hookup for you. Well, remember, this is a long-term investment, so you want to have it on your countertop for at least 30 years. So get what works best for you. So what I found is that the standard faucet hookup, for short-term use, it's great. But over time, you might get tired of it kind of being in the way for you. So what I do suggest is we get a side mount for you. This is an Ionizer faucet side mount. What it does is it enables the machine to go on the side of your countertop and no hoses are attached to your drinking line. So there's several different models to choose from. We have just the standard model here. You can get it so you actually see no hoses. You can even get it so it goes underneath the counter and you don't even see the unit. So you go to amandababa.com, you'll be able to see all the different variations that we offer. But what I love here is that you just turn it on, and here we get the alkaline water, and here at the bottom we get the acid water. So it's very simple to use, it's clean, it's classy. And next you're gonna watch Cody, our plumber, who did reverse osmosis for 15 years and is now responsible for going out there and impacting lives inside of the homes of all the customers that he put the reverse osmosis in 15 years down the road and switching them over to better drinking water. So watch as Cody does this so that you know exactly how to hook this unit up.
Hi, I'm Cody. I'm with the owner of Portable Water Solutions, here to show you how to install a faucet and a multi-cure system to replace from having to attach it to your faucet. So basically clean all this up and do a new install. Get all this stuff out of the way. After you get your piece in it, easy as that, unless you have granite. And take the faucet, turn the ring in there. And then set it in the hole. Put it roughly where you want it. Which I haven't seen a little bit like that way. The tool. Best tool in the world.
Oh.
This I'm putting the fitting underneath the washer to secure it. Once you get that secure underneath, you gotta connect it to the inlet side of the unit. It's easy as putting this ring on, pushing it all the way flush with the threading, and then screw on the fitting until it's nice and secure and tight. If you're not sure, you can use a pair of pliers to do a little bit snug, but don't go too much. And then put your line right here, and then it's set up, and then we gotta connect the faucet to the water tap. You're allowed to get the water supply, and then recommend a valve to be able to isolate it. So if you need to change a filter or do anything, you can turn it off at the source instead of having to turn off the cold side to the sink as well. Then you turn the cold water side off, relieve the pressure, and close it because there's still going to be water in line when you separate it down here. All that water in line will pour out. And this shouldn't be tight, because it should only be like a good hand tight too. And we want to take this faucet and just screw it on like so. Point it towards the area that you're going. In this case, we're going right. You don't want to go too tight. You'll feel it when it gets tight. This is a good snug. You go too tight, you risk breaking the threading. And this is same thing. It seals with the O-ring, not by thread, so you don't want to go too tight. You also notice that there's this fitting right here. This can come off, so if you have a 1/2 inch line, you can take that up and connect that 1/2 inch. Otherwise, most of the standards are 3/8. Tighten this up. Usually want to hold this a little bit. When the line starts twisting a lot, usually you're good to go. Yep. That rotates. So, and basically we're going to connect to the faucet. This is hard to see. Just a plug and play. When you go to push the line in, it's going to give a little resistance at first. It's not in yet. Then when you feel it push through a little bit more, then you're good to go. Alright. Then connect our faucet. Make sure it doesn't have an arrow pointing away. Sometimes the valve will show you that you have to point it a certain way. I normally have a cheap cutter for this. Cut your line. Make sure it's nice and round and smooth. And you gotta plug this in like so. Same deal. You turn the water line valve off. And I like to pressure check it while I'm doing the other work. So I usually just turn the faucet back on. After you turn the valve off, of course. We're good to go. You know, measure this. Always give yourself a little bit of slack, because if you're in the future have an issue and you need to cut some of the line off, you can trim it and still have plenty of line left for future issues. Voila! We've now installed the Ionizer system. Now we can test it real quick. Make sure everything's good to go. Turn this valve on. I recommend slowly, so if there's a leak, you can see it before it's too strong. Okay, no leaks. Turn it on. So now we got everything connected, pressure check, no leaks. Powered up, you should be able to just turn it on. And the system itself will automatically kick on and off, so you don't have to worry about turning power on or off. And then when you turn it off, it will be done. And then there's an option in the settings. If you go to sleep mode, you can select how many minutes it'll take before the system kicks off, so that way you don't have to turn it off, you can just walk away. So I set it 1 minute. And then after 1 minute, it'll shut down, so you never have to worry about that. Just turn it off and on right there, and you're good.